Okay, hi guys! I'm back again with another, well, this will pretty much be another blah video, but I do kind of have stuff I want to talk about because it's been a little while. But like I mentioned, I think in the last video, I am back at school again for this next semester, so I'm very excited about that. But it has only been the first week, and it is already kicking my butt. But that's okay, because we're gonna make it a good semester. We're not gonna procrastinate. Yeah, okay. We're gonna try not to procrastinate. Anyway, what I really wanted to talk about today was I got in my new wig that I'm going to be styling for Elle, so I'm very excited about that one. But I've come to find out as I'm working on this will be my first ever like really spiky, highly stylized wig, is there some important things you need to know first. First off, when you're gonna go buy your wig and it's going to be spiky and really detailed, well, try to find one that's actually made for spikes. So there's lots of layers and things like that. Well, I bought one with a lot of layers and it was parted the wrong way. But it was heat resistant and I'm making it work. I am. It's gonna work. But it would have been a lot easier if I had just gone and gotten a wig that was made for spiking. They do make those. There are several different websites and stuff, and maybe I can post a link to them later if I figure out how to do that. Anyway, another thing I found out as I've been working on this wig is the importance of your wig styling products. Right? Okay, so I had this hairspray that would have worked amazing, but I don't know where it went. So I tried to use just normal hairspray, like extra strength hairspray that you would use on normal hair. Well, as some of y'all who may be smarter than me, or maybe actually researched wig styling before you attempted it, might know, it doesn't really work because most hairsprays that are supposed to be used on normal hair are made to react with the proteins in the hair, and so wig synthetic plastic fibers don't have that, so it didn't really work. But I did have the styling gel I use does work really, really well. Let me show you. Hold on. Okay, so you have cosplayers. I'm in a rolling chair. Alright, you have cosplayers that will swear by the Got2b styling gel and the Got2b freeze spray. So I had this. This is the gel in the big container because I found it at CVS really cheap and it was really cool. This works amazingly. Like you can, I don't know if it's going to show up in the video very well, but if you look at this wig, like obviously there's no spikes up here because the hairspray didn't hold. But if you look, I've got these nice little pieces of the hair that are all separated into layers. Here, let's see if we can get that to show up. Turn this way. That they're separated into the spikes, into the layers, because if you noticed with the Death Note artwork, all their hairs, it's very, very detailed, and I wanted to try and capture that with my wig. And so see, all these little spikes are already all in place and things like that, but and like the bangs turned out really nice, I think. Obviously it looks different on my head than it does on my little poor beat up mannequin head. But anyway, the like I said, so the styling gel's working really, really well. I just need better hairspray that actually works on wigs to get the spikes to go over. So that'll be the next thing that I really have to do. But also I found out, especially with shorter wigs, that I actually need two hair nets, wig caps. Because if y'all can tell in the video, my hair is kind of thick. It's really curly. And so even though it's kind of short, like it's only shoulder length finally again, but so even if I pull it all back and pin it or French braid it or whatever, there's still a lot there. So what I end up using is, hold on. Look, mannequin head number 2. Okay, what I end up using is, this one, which came with my most recent wig. And it's just kind of like, it's one of the ones that's open at the top, and it's got the really tight ring on the bottom, and I'll pin all my hair up and back, and sometimes I'll even hairspray it, just to make sure it'll stay and get all those little hairs. And then I'll put this on, and I pull it all the way down to my neck, and then I push it back up over my head. I'm not going to do it now because I have to go somewhere later, and I kind of like the way my hair looks today. And I don't want to mess it up with like wig hair. And then, so I do that. See? Okay. And then the next one, I'll go ahead and put on the usual wig cap, and this one's skin colored, which I've heard with dark wigs you can actually wear like black wig caps, but I just got a skin colored one because I have a white wig and I can just wear this with everything and there's no real worries. This is one of the ones that are normal at the top. freaked my roommate out the other day when I pulled it down all the way over my face. She didn't know what I was doing. It was kind of funny. But anyway, so that's what I do with my wig caps, and I'll wear the black one first, and I'll put the nude one over it, and that keeps all my hair pretty well tied to my head, and I really do look like I'm bald. And so whenever I put on the short wigs, the ones that are supposed to be kind of flat and close to my head, it actually doesn't look that weird. I don't have any weird lumps, and none of my hair escapes, and it's actually really cool. The only problem I have is I use a lot of bobby pins, because like I said, lots of layers, lots of curls, so they get snagged in the nets, but I just kind of deal with it. I've heard, like, the ones that are more like socks are supposed to help prevent that, but the fishnet wig caps work just fine for me. They breathe better, so I didn't mind. One last thing I wanted to mention, because as y'all know, I hope you figured it out at this point, I will be cross-playing is what it's called for this next San Japan. So I want to do a good job. I want people to actually look at me and think I may be the character. That is my goal. And so, obviously, I need to turn myself into or at least look like I'm a guy, which I've looked up videos on how to do makeup tutorials, and there are a lot of really, really, really good ones. With my face type, I have a little bit of trouble, but I do have a pretty strong jaw, so I'm working on that one. I just have to figure out what works for my face type, which is what everyone emphasizes, that there are the basics, and then you have to figure out what works for you. And then there's more specifics per character and things like that. So maybe some videos on that later, because that's fun. And then the other problem is binding. Now, I actually did go and research this first, because I've done things in the past that I found out I was doing wrong, and I managed not to injure myself, but I was lucky, because apparently, from what everyone else is saying out there, it's really easy to injure yourself whenever you're trying to bind your chest flat. And so like I said, I've done a lot of research on that, and I just want to say again to everyone, be careful with this, because I've had incidents where it was hard for me to breathe, but I've heard people bruising their ribs, cracking their ribs, damaging themselves. But I went out and I bought a binder, but that doesn't work just by itself, so I'm still working with that to see what happens. Hopefully I can pull off an awesome cosplay, but maybe I'll do a video about binding and stuff later if I actually am able to pull it off. We'll see. It'll be fun. We'll see how this goes. I'm very excited about cosplays, but guys, I'm very excited. That's it for today, and I hope everyone has a wonderful whatever it is for you, wherever you are, and is just happy, because being happy is fun. So, like I said, that's all, and bye-bye.